Welcome to Eugene and Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. And the Golden Gophers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Oregon Ducks return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. The give to the tailback. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Gets it out fast. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, looking to pass. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Using his legs, it's Garza. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them get a stop. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. They want to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Ducks are rolling down the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. It's complete to the left. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside for the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. He was thinking big return. Didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Golden Gophers will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
At the 45 on his way. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
Yeah, so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Trying play action. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was, with that ball landing out of bounds.
pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration.
Touchdown, Ducks! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he makes the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 7 over Virginia Tech. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense obviously already in bad field position. The defense can smell blood in the water. Just look at the defenders pin their ears back and get after this quarterback. Wow.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlock after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. And the Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
The play-action fake. Unloads it left. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hot mollies up front on the offensive line, and and say, you taste dirt.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And it's another 1st and 10 play. To the ground. He's got it again. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Give to the running back. Still running at the 40. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. He now has 79 yards rushing, and he gets closer and closer to a 1,500-yard season. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
He really shows you his skills on that last run, and I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now, today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Looking to move it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. On the move is a 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Now from inside the red zone. Pocket starts to collapse. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the...
Oh, picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Oregon! How about that D coming up with a play like that? Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Fielded in the end zone, it's Richard. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
They just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field and make plays for you.
It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. On that play-action fake, the action was the quarterback got clobbered after he faked the handoff.
It definitely didn't work. The fake is supposed to be the most important part of that, to try to get the guys to suck up just for a second. But you could tell the offensive line, they weren't able to hold them.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Catches it at the 30. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake.
On the double.
Crushed him.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He wants to throw. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Ducks!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Virginia Tech. any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. On second down, just keeps firing. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. Makes a move. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this.
He lets one fly deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. A little screen to the running back. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have all...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brooks. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop. I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He's piled up 87 yards rushing in this one, and he is well on his way to a 1,500-yard season. Flushed out of the pocket. Connection to the right. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
2nd and 10 from their own 10. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Line getting set on 2nd down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Finds the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Coming after it. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Got it in the middle, it's Garza. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field.
Brings up 4th down.
He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership to come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
The give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Ducks in the hurry up.
I I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Back to the ground game on the left. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Starts to scramble to the left. Caught in the backfield, it's Hendricks. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He's going to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Garza.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
From the gun, the ground game. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. The Ducks get enough for the first down.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the lone man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
What a great job by the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
He wants to throw here on second down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse? And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it, open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on third and long. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback goes down all the way back in his 4-yard line. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Ducks will snap it on first and 10. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. He's got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Ducks are on the move. Trying to find his man on first down. Setting up the screen. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Turning to the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, Ducks! And the stomping has commenced. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Using the quick game. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have first and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket.
And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't.
Personal foul.
Keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over. They'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. First down here for the offense. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Toss to the outside. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. They go to the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Ducks decide to punt it away.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Right down the middle. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He's got it. 2-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so there is some hope. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Looking to buy time. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Great job by the defense ending this ball game. Don't give them any life. Great job forcing the fumble. You already got the lead. You take the ball back with a little bit of time. Nail meet coffee.
They'll try the outside to the left. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. They're trying to get to him. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started. They are finishing the deal, building 7-0.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air on first down. Feeling some heat. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.